Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope all is well and jolly and all that jazz. So let me start off by saying I had a FaceTime call with one of my friends. I've known this guy since I was 23, so over 7 years now. Over 7 years now. And in this conversation today, I realized that we have come a very long way. Um, Under this scarf, I don't know if you can see like the little thing hanging out the back. But under the scarf, I look like old dog's little sister. And when I tell you the struggle is real, the struggle is real. But I was talking to him on FaceTime and I realized our relationship has reached like new heights because here I am twisting up my hair, not caring that he was on the phone and he could see me looking absolutely insane. So I was like, dude, we've reached new levels. Anyway, well, aside from that, so I'm going to tell you a quick story and I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you about, what I'm telling you about. So when I was in high school in my freshman year, I was a part of a group called Global Kids. I, for the life of me, cannot tell you what the group was about. I mean, the name should give it away, but I feel like there was so much more to it, but I can't remember that far back. But I do remember this one instance when we were like in the group. It was like three instructors. I can see them in my head. I cannot tell you who they are, but I can see them in my head. And if I ran into these people on the street, I would not know them. But it was like three instructors and maybe like three or four, maybe even five of us students. And one of the questions that they asked, like I remember being in the room and everything. One of the questions that they asked was, if you could meet two people, one dead and one alive, who would they be? So when it came to me, like I was like, the person who I would meet if they were, well, the person who was dead that I would meet would be my grandmother. My grandmother died 6 months before I was born, so I never got a chance to meet her, and I don't know nearly anything about my dad's parents, so I never got a chance. I never got a chance to meet any of my grandparents. They all died before I was born, right? So like the person who was dead, who I would meet, would definitely be my grandma on my mom's side. Like you just hear so much about if I'm named after her, so it's just like I would have loved to get to know her, And then the second part of that question is, who was the person that you would meet if they were alive? And my answer was Nikki Giovanni. I discovered Nikki Giovanni, who is, oh my God, like she's nothing short of amazing. She's a poet. She's an activist. She's a writer. It is she is Nikki Giovanni. Like, oh, I discovered her when I was in high school, and I became an instant fan of her poetry, of her spoken word, of who she was as a woman. So like that was the person that I told them that if I could meet the person who was alive, that's who it would be. Little did I know, a couple of weeks later, that I would be at an event at the Javits Center. It was probably like the Circle of Sisters, my first time going, and I got to meet Nikki Giovanni. And it was just like, it was super amazing because like I spoke that into existence and I wasn't even thinking much about it. And then here I am and I'm like, oh my God, like I just said that you were the person that I would want to meet. It was amazing. I say that to say this. I just watched a live talk on Girls Trek. I didn't know what Girls Trek was prior to today. I know it's a nonprofit organization that's assisting in aiding African American girls and women globally. So on Girls Trek, they had a live talk featuring Nikki Giovanni and Angela Davis. I mean, I have adored Nikki Giovanni since I was a teenager. And then you have Angela Davis. Like, Angela Davis, activist, writer, spokeswoman for the people, spokeswoman for Black women, spokeswoman for, the incarcerated, like Angela freaking Davis, So yesterday my sister was like, I think you might be interested in this or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, it's Nikki Giovanni and Angela Davis. Of course I'm interested. So I got to watch this talk today. And when I tell you that I feel so enlightened and so proud and just so full because of this talk, because I am a woman, because I'm a Black woman, and because I got the opportunity to sit through a talk featuring these two legends, like, it just made for a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. Yeah, like like I was really a participant, but we covered, who these women were, how they view the world, their experiences, why they live their lives a certain way, why this has happened for them, what we're fighting for, how we can't stop our fight. And it's just like hearing them speak and knowing that I've been such a fan since such a young age, and knowing that I am meant for more than what I am right now. I'm not saying that where I am right now is in a rut or anything. I am very proud to have reached this point in my life. But to know and to hear and to feel that there is a future for me, that I have a voice, that I have every right to speak it, to be it, to yell at the top of my lungs that I am a black woman in America and I have rights and I have X, Y, and Z. Lord, to hear that reiterated tonight was astronomical, I tell you. Sorry. I am, like I said, I am so proud. I am so happy. I am so full of life and enjoyment and aspirations. And to have women like this, not necessarily as role models or as leaders, but as figures for me to obtain, for me to aspire to. Like, you, nowadays in our society, we're so caught up in the hype. And by the hype, I mean whatever the music industry tells us we should be, whatever, this person tells us we should look like, whatever this person's body type is like. Everyone is so caught up in the now that we are neglecting what we were, who we truly are, not the people who were made up to be on social media, but who we truly are on the inside, to where we have to go. Like, it's just so amazing to still have these figures to look up to. Like, this weekend is Mother's Day weekend, and I'm going to definitely do another post. I mean, it's Mother's Day. And like I'm saying, like, these two women are figures, but it just makes me look at the positive female role models that I have in my life. Like, I have my mom, who is a fucking superwoman, let me tell you. I'll tell you more on Sunday. But let me tell you, my mother is the strongest woman that I have ever met. And I don't feel like she is appreciated as much as she should be. But my mother is a fucking superhero. She is my hero, and I love her dearly. I have my mom. I have my sister, who is like a second mom to me. She is my best friend. I am her twin. I look like her. I act like her. And I would not have it any other way, because she has taught me so much about life, about who she is as a woman, and about where I should be and how far I have come as a woman and as her sister and as our mom's daughters. Like, I have my mom, I have my sister, I have my cousins. As off as they might be, I have my aunts. I have my nieces. I have my female friends. Like, I am so fucking proud to be a woman right now, you guys. Guys, if you can, just, check out the Single Me Facebook page. There's a brief link to the talk that happened tonight. I hope you guys get a chance to view it. I hope you guys get a chance to breathe and just center yourselves and just, believe that there is a better tomorrow. We cannot focus on the past, but do not let your past be that much of a distant memory that you don't know where you're going and where you work so hard to get. Like, the person that I was last year is not the person that I am today, and I know that the person I am today is not going to be the person I am next year, but I'm looking forward to that growth. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, I hope you guys have a wonderful life, a wonderful night. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you are taking care of your family and your loved ones. And yeah, dude, thank you for listening. Have a good one.